Hello, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining us for another interview with King Solomon Entertainment, where we bring to you wonderful, great content, a diverse perspective, and positive content for you and for our audience. We're here today with another great interview here on the Cultural Scribes, where we, premiere artists that's been in the business, up and coming, and they share their story. They're here to tell you what they're working on, what they worked on, and to share with you about their wonderful journey in music and in just everything that they do and bring and contribute to the art form and to the cultural scribe platform. Love to get that platform to these type of artists, and today is no exception. Another great interview today on the Cultural Scribe. But guys, before we get to our guest, special guest, we want to thank our partners for their partnership and what they do. We could not do what we do without our partners. Before we do that, we always want to take the time for you guys to subscribe. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, King Solomon Entertainment. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the subscribe button, as well as all the other social media platforms that we're on. We're on Twitter, King Solomon ENT. We're on Facebook, King Solomon Media Group, and as well as Instagram, King_Solomon_ENT_CO_, and as well as LinkedIn. We thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you share this video, and just continue to help us to grow the platform and to be a platform that everybody can come to and share as we continue to grow with us. Let us know how we're doing, and as we move forward in everything that we're trying to accomplish here. So before we get into our guests, we want to also take this time to thank our sponsors. We'll be right back. HeartToHeartForYou.org. Heart to Heart mission is to supply every young person with a new pair of shoes, especially those who need them. A domestic and international nonprofit organization. 844-237-6344. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Come Massage Therapy Group. We come to you. You can come to us. You in charge. 951-210-2945. 28991 Old Town Front, Suite number 208, Temecula, California. ComeOnMassage.com. Tell them King Solomon sent you and ask for the King's discount. Dr. Amanda J. Rosette, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Low Back, Neck, Shoulder Pain, Pain Management, Post-Surgical Rehabilitation, RosettePhysicalTherapy.com, 424-243-5261. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Thank you guys so much for that. I think with the mic, did you hear it? The mic was muted. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They said the mic was muted. Hopefully you guys heard that. We really appreciate it. Okay. Make sure you guys can hear me. Now, without further ado, we want to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us. Like I say, make sure you thank our partners. Let them know that King Solomon sent you. Get the King Solomon discount. And subscribe and share this video. Today we have another great guest here on the Cultural Scribe. We are so happy to have musician, producer, composer, Emmy nominated. He also created the platform for Motown, more jazz. He's been in the business for over 30 years. He also hosts a weekly show called the Turntable Round Show. We're so happy to have today with us music veteran Johnnybritt. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Thank you, John.
For being here. I want to make sure we check our mics. I don't know, they're saying that they can't hear us. Make sure we check our mics. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, sir. Hey.
Okay. So please, if I left anything out, please introduce yourself. We get right into the interview.
Man, you did a fantastic job. That was really good.
Okay. All right. So please, we like
also
a singer as well. See, also a singer as well. Left that out. So we want to just let people know, introduce you to our audience, let them know that how did you begin in the music? Where did it all start? Yeah.
Well, it started for me in Cleveland, Ohio. Long story short, I actually went to school with Arsenio Hall, started in band with him. He was playing drums at the time, little chubby cat, and I was starting playing the trumpet. And we actually had a band together, and we both had aspirations of being in the entertainment business, and of course, getting out of Cleveland. And I was very fortunate enough to study abroad at the Conservatoire de Versailles, just outside of Paris, France. I studied trumpet and composition and theory with Roger Delmont, who was the first trumpet player of the Paris Opera, and I speak fluent French, of course.
Oh,
From there, I
wow.
went to Chicago. Where I continued my studies, broke into the jingle scene. There was a big jingle market, so I sang a ton of jingles there while I was there. Met my wife there, and also met a gentleman by the name of Otis Williams of the Temptations. He's the one that actually discovered me and hired me as their youngest ever musical director for the Temptations, and that's what allowed me to come out here to Los Angeles to really get on the big stage. From there, I was really blessed to be the co-music producer for the Temptations movie. You know, everyone's seen that with Leon. I'm the composer. I was a music producer behind that, co-music producer. And then I worked with Robert Townsend on the Little Richard story
Mm.
as a co-producer, and it's been really, really great. You know, a lot of you guys that you may know me from my group Impromptu. I was signed to Motown Mo Jazz Records with a forward-thinking group that I created called Impromptu. We were one of the first groups to spearhead the neo soul movement back in the '90s. And I've appeared in La La Land. I was a solo trumpet player in La La Land on screen. I
Yes.
was a solo trumpetist for the for the movie Hidden Figures. The solo trumpetist there, and it's
Wow.
Dunkirk. I've done a lot. I've been really good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, those.
And I have a current album out, which we're actually promoting. It's called Mo Jazzin'. The new album is called Mo Jazzin', and we've released, I'd say, like 4 singles. The first single was Mo Jazzin', a title track featuring Norman Brown. I'm a trumpet player, so it featured me. It featured Norman Brown, and I was playing flugelhorn on this. And I called the song Mo Jazzin' because Norman Brown and I, we were on the Mo Jazz record label with Wayman Tisdale, Jay Spencer, Norman Connors back in the day. So when he decided to join me in this collaboration, I just thought it was fitting to call the song Mo Jazzin', and then of course the album Mo Jazzin' as well. My second single was a hit single as well, featuring Marion Meadows, another good friend of mine. I met him years ago when I was the musical director of the Temptations. I was the youngest musical director of the Temptations, and we did a tour in Japan, and I actually hired him to be in the band on the Japanese run. This is before he really got signed to RCA. And then from there, we dropped a single called "Let's Get Down Tonight," which is a hit. It's being listened to by 2 million people weekly. Very happy about that record. And we have a record called "Feel So Good." I'm Good Feeling. I'm sorry, Good Feeling. Another jazz single that's currently running up the charts. And of course, my latest, what we're here for, is my social conscious song that was just released called Peace Officer. And of course, it features Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah.
Wow.
Which
Yes.
features Malcolm Jamal Warner, which I'm blessed to have on this record.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful song. Peace Officer featuring actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. Great anthem song, appropriate, great for this time and its climate and the culture. And we're so glad to have Johnnybritt on the Culture Scribe platform, an icon, a veteran in the music industry, music composer, producer, singer, trumpeter. We just so happy to have you. And every time someone of your caliber, a great musicianship, come to the platform, and just make the platform that much better. And so we're glad to have you today. And so, what were some of your music influences? When you got
Oh,
started.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm a naturally born singer, so singing is like the highest instrument that one can have, and I just came out singing from the womb. So early on, I'm an R&B guy. So the Temptations, Little Anthony and Pharaoh, Michael Jackson, Jackson 5. Stevie Wonder was an amazing influence in my life. That's one of the reasons how I learned how to play piano because I knew all of his songs. I bought this songbook back in the day. My mother had a chord chart. She was taking organ lessons, and I took the chord chart and put the chords with these songs that Stevie had, and just kind of figured them out. And that's really how I started playing piano. But from R&B, it really busted into jazz. I'm a jazz player, and I really wanted to play jazz. I love the trumpet. I studied Freddie Hubbard, Lee Morgan, Woody Shaw, um, just all the greats. Wynton Marsalis is a great friend of mine, Louis Armstrong. So I really got into knee deep into the trumpet. I was really influenced also by Tom Brown, which I was just in a studio with. We're going to have a record coming out with him next year. But yeah, jazz. So it was R&B, jazz, and then classical. I got introduced to classical music heavily in France when I was studying conservatoire on the Versailles. It's a very important element in one's development, in my opinion, because it really gives you the control and the technique and the discipline that you really need to achieve any type of music. And then of course, I could not leave out, and I really should have said this story, so it's gospel music. I was raised in the church, my uncle's church, the House of God, in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was actually a lead singer of the choir at 4 years old. So that's basically it. But I love all types of music that I've been influenced by.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what was it like being around so many great musicians and singers being so young? What was that experience like traveling the world? What was that like?
It was really, I was like a kid in the candy store, because, when you grow up, you listen and you emulate these people, and you look at the records and you read them, and then all of a sudden, like now, for example, they're my friends. I mean, they're like, I have their phone numbers, they're on my radio show. These are like friends that I actually work with. But coming up, especially, it started for me in Paris, France, because I was young over there and I spoke the language. I went to school there, and I would go to all the hip concerts. I met Ella Fitzgerald, I met Ray Charles, I met Al Jarreau. I just met everyone, Aretha Franklin there. And I'm this young African, and of course the jazz greats. That's how I really got into jazz, like Woody Shaw, the Art Ensemble of Chicago. I just met all these cats over there, Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is where I met them. But I'm a young African American over there, and I knew how to get around the city. I spoke the language, so I became friends with a lot of people there, and it was just amazing. Just as a pup, meeting these great stars, and it was a great influence. And of course, fast forward, I'm here in Los Angeles, and I'm actually working with Peebo Bryson. He's singing my songs. The Temptations are singing my songs. Now I've written several hit songs for Boney James. I'm in the studio. I'm working with all these cats. I've written several hit records, and it is really wonderful when you start off and you kind of make it. You kind of make it to you can call your friends by their first names, and they know who you are. And they really admire your talent just as much as you admire theirs.
That's amazing. That's amazing, and it just definitely speaks to character, hard work, networking, and let them seeing how you approach the craft, how you, like you said, how you move around, how you conduct yourself, all encompassing, and not just performing, but being able to get along with others, and all those things are important. Where they will love to have you around, and people love working with people they're familiar with and they get along with, and that's just what makes great chemistry. So that's really exciting.
Yeah,
Really exciting. We would love to hear
thank you
something.
so much.
We
Yeah,
would love to hear something.
that, I was just gonna say, like, just one thing. This came to my mind. One of my best friends is Leon from the Five Heartbeats, and I met him when I was producing the music Temptations, and we just clicked. I started as the vocal coach of the actors at Temptations, and I didn't do anything because everybody was on him, blah 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 blah. But I was really just being myself, and I think he just saw something in me, and we, like I said, we are the best of friends, like, to this day. And I just thank God for that openness, and that I can be myself, and that people can be gravitated to me. I am very, very blessed and very fond of that. I want to mention, I know I'm going to mention it at the top of the show, but this a very big week. In 2 days, I have a big show. August 5th at the Catalina Jazz Club in Hollywood. So you can actually come see me and my band in action. I don't really play Los Angeles that much, but this is a time if you want to come out and really enjoy yourself. We start at 7:30, and you can go to CatalinaJazzClub.com to purchase your tickets. But would love to meet you. Let me know that you heard about me on Solomon King's show and King Solomon's show, and you come out too. Man. Yeah, you come out to the show too, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, August 5th at the Catalina
Jazz Club, 7:30. Yeah.
7:30, August the 5th, Catalina. Make sure you let them know you purchase a ticket. You heard about it on King Solomon, and definitely support what she's doing. You want to play a little something for the audience?
I mean, I can. You want me to?
Yeah. Play a little something. Let's hear something. Amazing. There's nothing like live music. There's nothing like jazz and the infusion of jazz. Just amazing. Live music always have this wave of where popularity and it goes to smaller venues, whatever. But it's always continual. It's always around. It's like it never get tired of it. Always going to be there. And so, what do you think about live music? Do you think it's coming back full circle? You think what do you think about live music and performance?
One thing I was going to say while you were saying that, when I was coming up, we really had music in schools. I'm talking about in the inner cities. Yeah, we have music in schools out here in the suburbs and everything, but I'm talking about in the inner cities. We had music in schools. I grew up, the way I really learned how to play was playing in bands. We had bands. We rehearsed in the garage. Everyone who wanted to be a musician could be a musician. So today is a much different climate, and I'm a big advocate of education, especially of African Americans, because I don't know if we have the resources and the opportunities as the counterparts in the suburbs do. I mean, I know that for a fact. And of course, I certainly would petition, for instruments in schools and music programs and having mentors mentor these kids, because there's so much talent out here that I think that's going, kind of to waste. Hey, I absolutely love hip hop. I absolutely love, these cats that are really dominating the music scene. And really kudos to them, because they know the computer code. And that is part of, you have to grow in life. Just like you have to have a cell phone, you have to know how to text, and you have to know how to do all this stuff on the internet. But what I'm saying, the foundation of music is an instrument. The foundation of instrument is the piano. The foundation of music are scales, in theory, in ear training, in harmony. That's the foundation. When you press that button in samples, that's what you're hearing. Somebody did that. So I just wish that we could get back to really this new generation. Like I'm very happy that my son was a recent graduate of the Brooklyn College of Music. He just graduated. He had an opportunity, and my son had an opportunity. He had an opportunity because, we had the resources to put him through the Berklee College of Music, which is the biggest music institution, in the world. But every family doesn't necessarily have that. And I was telling my son, like, man, you're the next generation, the generation that comes after you. So I just want to, I just really want to, I don't know how the live music sings. To be quite honest, I know there's no place to play, hardly. There's, for R&B and jazz. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't necessarily see it. So you asked me a question, how is it? I don't know. And I just wish that it could be more. That's why, it'd be great if you guys can come out to support me on Thursday night. I have some hot young players playing with us. And and that's what we encourage is young folks come out and hear what real music sounds like. Come out and hear what real instruments sound like. Come out and hear what discipline sounds like. Because the only way for you to learn how to play an instrument is that you have to be disciplined. This is not an overnight thing. It's something that you have to work at. It's just like all these athletes in the Olympics. They didn't get there. They got there by discipline and for years and work. And that's the same thing with a musical instrument. So I do want to encourage you, if you're a parent, if your parents out there, please, get a way to get your kids into music. It'll keep them off the streets. It'll keep them inspired, and it will, and it could take them someplace good.
No, that's amazing, and I love what you said about also the fact that you discover that the young people will discover that what they're listening to and that what they like is influenced by real musicianship and by those who play music and the live bands. And so if they come and listen, they'll make the connection for themselves, and they'll discover that all the samples and, like you said, everything else was derived from real music, and it's composed from real music. So that's amazing to allow them to discover that. And again, it's nothing like hearing live music. The experience, nothing. There's no comparison to it. The tracks and everything are great, but that live music sound, you can't get that anywhere. You can't duplicate that.
And
so,
I do want to mention something that my website is johnnybritt.com.
Yes.
If you need any advice, if you need any encouragement, please hit me up. I'll be more than happy to mentor, to do whatever. Come to the show. Maybe I could meet you Thursday night. But you have to really take hand in your children and these kids,
yes,
to get them involved with some real music.
No, that's great. So, what can we expect from your song? What can we expect from the music you got coming out? What is the message what people can expect?
Well, why don't we start with what can you expect when you come to my show this Thursday night?
Yes, this Thursday night, August 5th at the Catalina, 7:30. What can you expect this Thursday night?
Catalina, you can expect a dynamic show. You can expect a very creative, funky, inspiring show. I did an album. I'm not sure if you know this, King Solomon, but it's called Marvin Meets Miles. It's a critically acclaimed album that I have. And it's a concept album of Marvin Gaye meets Miles Davis. Imagine if Marvin Gaye and Miles Davis performed together. So we'll be doing some of the things from my Marvin Meets Miles album. We'll be doing things from my brand new So Hot album, of course, and it's going to be really amazing. And I don't play Los Angeles that much. So if you're going to say, I'm going to wait until next time, it may be a while. So if you can come down, I like to, I'm very proud of the hard work that I've done to putting my show together, putting my albums and songs and my craft together. And I do it for you. I do it to share it with you, and we would certainly hope that you would come and support, or get the records and give us a call. Whatever. I don't care whatever you want to do, but just be inspired and come in and get your groove on.
Wow, we're so excited to have Johnnybritt, legendary icon, musician, singer, composer, Johnnybritt, trumpeter Johnnybritt here, promote his new anthem song, his new conscious song, Peace Officer, on a new album, new music called So Hot. We're so glad to have you today. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us the show this Thursday night, August 5th, 7:30 at the Catalina. johnnybritt.com. Reach out to him, connect with him, let him know how you could be of service, how you can help, how you connect, what his next show is, his itinerary, his tour. We just thank you so much, and we love to have you again. Whenever you have anything else, please come back. Feel free. We always think of all our guests as family, and we just love what you're doing, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring. Keep making great music.
Man, thank you so much. And I do want to remind your listeners once again about this show this Thursday. It's very important, this show, because it is the listening release of Peace Officer. Peace Officer is a very important song to me. I've written several songs and several hit songs, like I told you. But I would say that this song is important. Please look at the video. The video was powerful. Share it. It's, just last night, man, I was watching the news, eating dinner, and in Miami, I guess a little African American stole a scooter or something, and the police were chasing him, and he ran to an elevator, and they got him before the elevator was closed. And man, seemed like 10, 15, 20 police, grabbed the dude, and he already laid down with his hands behind his back, and man, there was some cats kicking him, and the whole thing. So when I saw that, I was like, man, Peace Officer is right on time, and I need people like you to spread the word on this. To spread the word on this. I mean, it's not over. It's not over. Yeah. We are still in it. So don't let this be like the best kept secret. I mean, look, I don't have Universal. I don't have the big budgets that Justin Timberlake and all these cats have to put a powerful song like this out. It's up to the people like you to make this thing, relevant for people to hear, so we can get, what I'm saying. No, don't let me get started.
Yeah.
Peace Officer, yes, please look it out.
Yeah,
it's really powerful.
No, it definitely is, and we definitely have to get involved. We definitely have to become the difference and make a difference. Like I said, it's not over, and it continues. And so as long as it is, we have to continue to do our part. And you're doing that with what you contribute. You're a musician, and you're definitely doing your part and bringing consciousness to it. So we really grateful when music plays a part in culture and reflects art. And you guys always played a part in making a difference in social change and social justice. So we really appreciate it. You mentioned Miles Monroe. That would be a great note to leave on if you do a little bit of Miles Davis, not Monroe. I said Miles Monroe, the preacher, but Miles Davis, the musician. The musician, Miles Davis. I love Miles Monroe too, but Miles Davis, the musician. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's a lot of great Miles. So, but no, Miles Davis, the great trumpeter. You play a little bit of that. That'd be a great exit. A little bit of the brew.
Okay, let me change horns.
No, you got to change horns for the Miles Davis. Yeah, a little bit of Miles. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Stir the pot. Wow.
That's my song.
Wow. Man, that's crazy. That's amazing.
This is for Mama Meets Miles. This is for Mama Meets Miles. This was the song of a man that would change the scene. With the sound of his horn. His name was Miles Davis. He would go down in history the way he would play. 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 Smile for me, smile. Yes, it's smile for me, smile. That's smile for me, smile, y'all.
Wow, man, that stands that. Oh, wow, that was amazing. That was wow. Miles Davis, that man, wow. Nothing like it, man. So this Thursday night, y'all, you gotta make it. You gotta come out 7:30 at the Catalina. Man, go online, purchase your tickets, go online and connect with Mr. Johnnybritt, johnnybritt.com. Thank you so much. Hopefully have back real soon. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us here on the Cultural Scribes platform. Please come back. Have a great rest of your day. Till next time. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
wow.
man. Peace officer.
All right. Peace officer. Well, there you have it, guys. King Simon Entertainment, another great interview on the Cultural Scribes with legendary icon, musician, composer, Johnnybritt. Oh my God, singer. Gave us a little bit of wonderful song from Miles Davis. Another song of his he played earlier. We just so grateful to have him. Share this video. Make sure you subscribe to King Solomon Entertainment. If you want to support us directly, you can. That's the Cash App information. The YouTube is King Solomon Entertainment. Make sure you guys subscribe. We are also on Instagram as well as Facebook and all other social platforms. Make sure you guys definitely connect. We want to thank our partners one more time before we leave, and then we'll exit. All right, guys. HeartToHeartForYou.org. Heart to Heart mission is to supply every young person with a new pair of shoes, especially those who need them. A domestic and international nonprofit organization. 844-237-6344. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Dr. Amanda J. Rosette, Doctor of Physical Therapy, low back, neck, shoulder pain, pain management, post-surgical rehabilitation. RosettePhysicalTherapy.com, 424-243-5261. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, definitely subscribe and share. King Solomon Entertainment. Thank you guys.